we're going to race. Right, so welcome to this episode this Saturday. Well, it's probably already started the episode, but welcome back to Saturday. A few days later, since I discovered there was a bit of an issue going on. And I'm going to show you. So, this here is the cylinder head temp sensor, which senses the aluminium temperature in the head. Here is Cody's car. There is the plug for the temp sensor, but behind there is no temp sensor. The temp sensor is missing, so this is a massive issue. But today is D-Day, it's going to run today. So I'm going to strip all this off now to make a hole in the cylinder head to screw this sensor into. So we're going to take the front pipe and the heat shields off, and I will bring you back once we've done that and we know exactly, you know, when we're staring it right in the face. The operation here is I've got this mag drill bit, which is the same circumference as the shape of the cylinder head, which will land us in the perfect spot. I've got a 6.5mm drill bit, which is exactly the same size as the hole that runs through the centre of the mag drill bit. So as you can see, if we hold that up around the circumference of the head, it will land us perfectly. See, like that? Perfectly where we need to drill. That's the plan. So that's the plan. So I'm going to get organised and then I'll bring you back. We've measured this. It's an M10 by 1.25 thread. So M10 is the size, 1.25 is the pitch, and we can get it tapped out. So let's try. Right, we don't know what depth we're going to yet, but all I want to do
is mark
it.
Yeah, right.
So you're going to have to hold it while I drill it. Are you happy with that?
Are you happy with that?
I think so. Let me. Right, I'm in now. Are you still happy?
No.
Try and rest the edge of the jaws up against the cylinder head to stop any movement. Right, you happy?
Mm.
Right, pull it away.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
How does that look?
It looks alright. It looks alright. Let me just take some measurements. So with that method, we've managed to why are you doing this to me? We've managed to get a start where we need to go. So I'm going to just measure it all up now and make sure I'm totally satisfied. This is going to be really boring, so I'll bring you back once I've actually done it. We've marked the other cylinder head. Inside this hole, the hole actually tapers and narrows towards the bottom for the sensor to sit on. So I need to know what size. There's a step halfway down, so I'm just going to use the end of drill bits, and I found this one, and if you listen, you can hear it going up and down the step, and then it's a snug fit in there, and that's a 7.5 drill bit. So we want to firstly go out our main size, our depth. We need to measure our depth, but our overall size for the hole that the sensor end needs to go in is 7.5. So once we took it to depth and drilled it to 7.5, we can then worry about the depth and the size of the threaded hole. But we need to accomplish the others first. This has a machine circumference around it, so I need to come up with a plan for that, because I still want to make a machine circumference like that, but we'll have to figure that out as we go. What we'll have to do is, this hole is 25mm deep to its finished point. There's also 2mm of material that's been machined off the cylinder head there where the rough casting is. But first of all, I'm going to go, I've marked it with a bit of shrink wrap around my drill bit. I'm going to drill in the centre of this, and I'm going to take it to 10mm at at 4.5 mil depth, at 4.5 mil drill bit at 10 mil depth to make it work. Right, so I've drilled it out to 4 mil in the right spot, but now I want to wind a M6 bolt into it, and I'll show you why in a minute, but I need to put a thread in it. So we're going to drill it to the tapping size of an M6, and then we're going to tap it, and then we'll put a bolt in it, and I'll show you the next plan of my attack for fixing this sensor. Drama. I've drilled the hole and tapped it now, and I'm going to thread a machine bolt into it. Right, so this is a mag drill rotor broach hole. I have drilled this now and tapped it to M6, and I have inserted a machine screw. So now I can use the head of the bolt to center my drill and hold it straight, and hopefully all I want to do is take off the roughness and make a pocket for the centers to sit in where the material is adequately smooth. So that's what we're going to do.
You've got a lot of roach approaches, haven't you? Be into this game. Uh-oh. We'll be through that edge in a second.
How's she looking?
Good. Where's my verniers? 0. Oh, 0, yeah. Got a ways to go yet, we're about halfway there.
Stop filming on sorry.
So I've used the rotor broach in the cordless the best I could, and I've machined a pocket in the head. It isn't perfect, but it is well close enough for what I need. It's just a relief for the sensor to go in. All I need it for is a depth measurement, so I've gone down to 2 mil on there, so now I can measure accurately and get the sensor in to its prescribed depth. I'm going to drill this to depth now with the correct drill bit, and hopefully everything will run well. So that I've set this slightly short, I've set it at 24 mil is my depth, and it's just a bit of shrink wrap tube on my drill bit. So I'm going to send it all the way down to 24 mil, and then we'll assess it and see what's what, because even if the sensor doesn't screw in all the way, it doesn't matter because it's not holding pressure or water, it's just sensing. As long as that nub there touches on the aluminium in the cylinder head and it can read its reading and then correlate between that and the water temp, it'll work. So that's my plan. Ready?
Yep, we're recording.
Looks good. Right, so we've got to depth now. Now I need to open it up. So this is marked with a shrink wrap, 16mm to the edge of that shoulder, and I'm going to put that in there. It's an 8.5mm drill bit to accept an M10 by 1.25 tap. So that's where we're going next. This is it. This is the big
Final
deal.
straw, really.
Well, putting the
Other than
sensors
tapping.
in the final straw, but looks alright. Looks like it'll work. Just got to get rid of some of them burrs, but that's not a problem. Right, we'll bring you back soon when I'm ready to tap the hole. Right, so we're drilled to depth. We're drilled to tapping size for the sensor. I've marked my tap with some shrink wrap. I'm going to get some cutting compound on it for drilling and tapping and threading, and we're going to sand it, and this is it. If this doesn't work, I may have to take the cylinder head off and put the other cylinder head on. We shall see. Taken a thread and it looks good, so now we just got to fit the sensor. It's tapped, I've tested it, I put a spot of red silicone on the end of the sensor and then offered it up and screwed it up and nipped it, and if Cody looks inside the hole you may be able to see the red silicone dot on the aluminium. That means the sensor nose has touched down and we can go ahead and fit it now for the last time. So that is a late Ecoboost engine without a temperature head sensor converted to take the temperature head sensor, so the ECM is happy, because between this sensor and the coolant temperature sensor in the water, in the thermostat housing, it correlates between the two and it graphs it, and it needs to be within its parameters on both sensors as it heats up, maintains and cools down, otherwise it'll turn the engine management light on.
Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Then.
Right, so the sensor is now inserted into the hole we have made into the cylinder head, and all that leaves is for this one little wire that was ruining my day to plug in perfectly.
Nightmare resolved.
Nightmare resolved. One step closer on the Eco Boom snail trail. So we have a box of front on enough to get the boost pipes on. I'm waiting for a header tank to come. We've got the Shell 5W20 in it and a new oil filter. Everything's connected except the coil packs and the injectors so we can crank it and try and build a little bit of oil pressure. And we'll just build the oil pressure now and hopefully see what happens. Jump in, Cody.
Yeah.
So turn
Yeah.
foot on the clutch.
Yeah.
Turn it over.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yay!
Woo! Right, just let it idle. Let it idle. Has the oil light gone out? It's gone out, yeah? Yeah, no engine management lights. Sounds sweet. The wiring worked right and my sensor thing worked.
I don't be faith in you. Hey, this sounds like a little polo, doesn't it? Sounds like a little polo. I'll be fair, that sounds sweet as a nut.
We haven't got any coolant in it because I need to get a header tank and whatnot, but it runs. It runs.
Hey!
Cody.
Well done, lads.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
Well done, lads.
Well, it works. No engine management lights. It started. So obviously it needs wiring loom repairing and everything.
Yes. Woo!
Oh, what a relief.
Well done, guys.
Only took a few months.
So,
Got a lot of engine noise.
what do you mean? No, that's how these are. They're a very top-endy sounding little engine because it's 3-cylinder as well. So that's just how they sound.
And only spoke like a cunt for ages.
Well, yeah.
It's on fire.
I'm happy with that. I am happy with that.
Well done, girls.
Thanks for all your support, Roy.
Jurassic Park.
Ready?
Yeah, foot on the clutch.
Yeah.
Go on. Rev it. Right, so it is another day and I leapt forward a bit because Cody is in work, but I have got the headlights going in. I'm replacing all the brackets and fixing the wiring. It's really boring, so I'm not going to inflict it upon you. I've put a couple of radiator hoses on and a header tank in it. That's where we're at. So I'm going to box this off and get the bumper on it now. I'm not going to bother recording it because it's just putting a bumper on, and then I'll bring you back when we're running it up, checking for leaks and then taking it down the road. It was all mega boring. I literally just put the headlights in, put the bumper on, put a load of screws in it. We've got cable ties here, we've got a cable tie there, we've got some cable ties here, we've got a cable tie here. I've put the back lights back in after straightening it all out, and we just need to put the back bumper on now. So tomorrow I need to get a tyre for it, put the back bumper on, and it'll be MOT on the Wednesday. So happy days. So Cody's little dream is coming to life. Right, okay, it is Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday, now it's Tuesday, and I've refitted the back bumper and the tail lights. There's nothing interesting about doing that, so, and I'm sure you all know how to put a bumper on. Well, maybe you don't, but whatever. So I have an alternator belt, so we're going to chuck this alternator belt on, and then that will then render the engine work complete. I'll have a quick shufty around it for making sure everything's not going to fall off. Then we'll run it up to temperature, and then we can drive it. Dun dun dun. Exciting times. The alternator belt, I've rechecked all the levels again, and now I've got her running up. Sounds good. I've just scanned for codes. There is no codes present, and there is no lights on the dash. It's all green on my screen. the mould's got in it a little bit, so that'll be a job for Cody in the next few days. But I've got an MOT booked tomorrow for it, so I'm just going to whip round it now. I know it needs a tyre, so we can sort that. But apart from that, things are looking good. We'll go on a test drive in a minute. Look who's come to join the momentous occasion. It's our Roy. We're going to try down the lane and see what happens, Roy.
Well, Gaz, I wish you all the best and in your endeavours, and I hope you come back.
Well, there's no engine management light on yet. Can you just hold the camera and
Yes,
record me
I will
driving
record
away?
for posterity.
It is recording.
Okay. This is the moment of communalisation of 6 months work. Well, not 6 months, but Gaz is driving the car off in a scrape on the floor, and there he goes. Yeah, looking good, looking marvellous. Yeah, baby.
It runs fine, we got no boost though.
Why is that, Gaz?
I'm not sure yet, we'll have to investigate.
Have you not fitted the boost to it?
Yeah,
Or a Star Bar?
no,
Or a Snickers?
I don't know, but there is no boosty.
Well, perhaps that's good whilst Cody's learning.
Maybe. Let's have a look.
Well, there you go. There's 2 wires hanging down on the offside front that look a bit...
It's for the horn.
Yeah, but they look a bit... They're going to catch the tyre.
Yeah, I've got a horn to go on it. I just got excited. Right, so we went on a little test drive and you may be wondering what's happening here, but as you can see I've removed the turbo again because this one, although it's the same turbo, things are different. That there is all the way open and this one here isn't, and this one is a hybrid and that one isn't and got different bits on it. So I think the map in it is expecting different parameters than what the standard turbo can supply. So when it doesn't happen, it gets upset and it puts it into engine protection. So we're going to put the hybrid turbo onto the car and hope it's okay, because this is the one that came off the car, that the engine that had the snap crank, but we don't have much choice. And you know, but and also it's making no boost at all. So this one, the actuator feels a lot better and it feels a lot sturdier and tighter, and it's a lot, it doesn't look too different, but when you actually start studying it in depth, there are subtle differences that are important with the actuator and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to swap it all over now and hopefully it'll all be beautiful and marvellous. I mean, it looks okay, so it's not seized or anything and there's no play, so why wouldn't it be okay? So I'm going to box it on quick because I'm running out of time. So we have fitted the hybrid turbo and I'm hoping now it'll make spoo spoo noises, because it wasn't making any spoo noises before. What do you reckon, Roy?
I reckon it'll go boo-shoo, boo-shoo, boo-shoo.
Right, let's go. It'll either blow up or work. Where is the key?
Hey, you got red lights on in the lights.
Sounds more whistling.
I can hear the whistle.
Didn't have a whistle before. Right, we'll let it warm up a bit and then I'll take it down the road. Right, well there we go, it's going for MOT tomorrow. I've road tested it. There's something still a bit funny about it, but I'll get some miles on it and do some more diagnosis, but it's nothing to do with any of the temp sensors or wiring loom or anything like that. It feels like it's either something strange, but something out of nothing. But we'll put a few miles on it first and get an MOT on it so we can drive it on the road, and then we'll just have a look at it. But it's something, maybe a map sensor or a MAF sensor or something like that, but it's nothing major, and it just does it now and again, and happy days. So if it don't fit, don't force it, and you'll be seeing more of the Ecoboost as we go along, because there's still loads more I need to do with it. But the next video will probably be me finishing off my van, which I haven't done for ages. So, well, have a nice day. Well, there we are. She is MOT'd and ready to go. You happy, Codes?
Well happy.
Well happy. And there we go. What 18-year-old wouldn't be happy with that?